Okay, I wanted to show you guys how to do a frequency or histogram chart using a command called frequency. So you did these charts manually as part of this assignment, and now I'm going to show you how to do it using the frequency function. So first, take a look at it. You can see we have our data, two columns of data, measurement A and measurement B. For both cases, we did 30 samples, and we want to take a look at what the histogram chart will look like. So the first thing we have to do is create a bin column, and we're going to have a frequency column as well. So the bin column includes the bins that you want to count in. Okay, so for example, you want to know how many measurements are less than 7, and then how many are between 7 and 8. That would go in here, the one labeled 8. How many between 8 and 9, etc. Now these are whole numbers here, so it works out really well. So if you have a measurement in 8, it'll show up in the 8 column. Okay? And you'll see what I mean with that when you use the frequency command. There's a couple of nuances for it, and I'll talk about that real quick. So the first thing you have to do is, since you're using an array command, you have to highlight the entire array that this command is going to go into. So notice I highlighted all of the fields next to the frequency numbers. Now some of the online tutorials tell you to do one extra and one more than that, so we can do that. What it'll do is it'll give you a bin for all the numbers above 15 to be collected in there. So we'll go ahead and do what the other YouTube videos suggest and see how that works. Okay, so now I've highlighted this entire region here. I'm going to type in the frequency command, so it's just equals frequency, and you have to know how to spell, and then as soon as you put the left bracket, it gives you information. It gives you the name of the command or the function, and it asks you to select the data array and then the bins array. So the first thing you have to do is select the data array. So I go to the first cell in the column, and I click and drag and highlight all of the data I want to be included. Then I type in a comma. So I type comma, and then I can select my bin array. So here are my bins that I pre-set up, and you can change, how big the bins are. You can go, 7, 9, 11, for example, and go every other one, and then your bins are twice as wide, and it'll have twice as much data in each one on average. Okay, so I've highlighted my bins, and I've highlighted my data. Now I need an end bracket, and this is the tricky part. This is the part I can never remember. Okay, you've got your function, but you can't copy and paste it into the other cells and have it work correctly. So what you have to do is you have to go Shift, Control, and if you're in a Mac like me, you do Shift Command, and then you hit Return. And it fills in all of those blocks with the bins. Okay, now if I want to plot that, rather than filling in these blocks here with gray bars, which you could do, you could say, oh, bin 7 has 0, so I won't put anything there. Bin 8 has 1, so you could make this a gray field. I'm going to make it yellow just for the heck of it. Bin 9 has 3, so this is one way you can do it if you wanted to do the same kind of chart. And you get the idea, right? You can just go ahead and fill it in to get this kind of chart that I've asked you to do in the last step. Or you can just highlight the bin and the frequency columns. Okay, go to Charts, select Column. Okay, and let me move this. Now it doesn't fall into the field, but you can pick your clustered column, and there it is. And you say, oh, this isn't quite right. When this kind of stuff happens, you can always right-click on the chart and go to Select Data. Okay, and you don't want to use the bin, so you can remove that. And you notice when I removed it, right, you get the right frequency view. right off the bat. Now, these aren't labeled by bins, so you need an X label. Okay, so you see this category X axis label here. You can click on that and then highlight the bins themselves. Okay, so I highlighted the bins themselves, and then you can go back. Now there's more elegant ways to do it. I just wanted to show you what happens when you mess up and you want to fix your chart. You can go in and fix your chart that way. And since you only have one set of data and it's already in the title, it's no need to be redundant. So you can delete the chart title. And of course, you already know how to label the axes and all that, so you can do that after the fact. I think that's in the chart layout command. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. Again, bin, frequency. You got to highlight all of the cells that you want the frequency command to go into because it's an array command. And then what's the trick? Shift, Command, Enter, or Shift Control Enter if you're on a PC. Thanks.